Hi and welcome. So I'm back to working on why I couldn't get the answers I was expecting out of calculating the angle on the live center. And I'd like to thank all the people out there in the YouTube community for taking the time to actually sharing their thoughts with me. That was incredibly generous of you and really helpful. So one of the recommendations that I came across was check to make sure that your indicator is running exactly down the center axis, because if it's running high or it's running low, it's going to be falling. It's going to be getting a much larger value than it should, because it's going to fall away sooner, up to the point of the whole indicator falling off the edge. So I have done that. Here's the calculations that are involved here, which is basically I am going to move over 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to measure the change in vertical rise, and based on the angle being exactly 20 degrees, this rise should be 0.273. So to try and get a more accurate reading, the first thing I did was replace the big ball bearing tip off the indicator with a really sharp .1. And then, to try and make sure that my indicator was exactly on the center line, I repeatedly loosened and adjusted the height of the indicator until I reached a local maximum, because if you can imagine, as this thing's round, it's going to stick farthest out on the point that's right along the center axis. So I did that, and next what I did was you move over to just the beginning of the curve, like so. Then I set my 0 and I come up to 0 from the same side every time. Let's see if you can see that there. Okay. And then I come and I move the cross slide. Oh, first I 0 my z-axis. Then I come over on the cross slide 3/4 of an inch. So get the cross slide and then read the value. And this time, if I read it, I'm getting 0.275, and the actual answer should be 0.273. I can't get it dead on. When I calculate the angle this associates with, it's 20.1 degrees. I guess there's always the possibility that this angle is 20.1 degrees. I don't actually know the answer to that. So I'm not sure if this method is perfect. Another way I could tell, I guess, would be to take a part that I have got a known good taper on and verify. But I just wanted to point out I improved my accuracy by setting the center line exactly. It was really close before because I set it with my height gauge, but the big ball bearing tip here made it so that I think it could shift a little bit, because there was a little bit of scoring on this. So here's mystery solved, because this is a precision reference bar that measures much less than 1/10 along its length in the tailstock when I slide across it. This is a 20 degree precision angle bar, and I did the same thing. I set a 0 and then moved 3/4 of an inch, and lo and behold, look at that, within a 0.5 273. So my guess is that the center, the live center up here, is not actually 20 degrees exactly, that it's closer to 20.1, because the precision angle block worked out perfectly, or nearly perfectly. I was within half a thousandth. So interesting fact. I think mystery solved, that the angle is not perfect on the live center. Hope that was interesting for you. Anyways, that's my thoughts, and thanks again to the community for being so generous with your ideas. I really appreciate it, and I learned a lot from listening to what you had to say. So thanks again.